Hey y'all, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing my 1 month update as a full-time law student. If you haven't already, please go back and watch the two previous videos that I posted. The first one is regarding why I decided to go to law school now in my 40s after being a clinical social worker, a mental health social worker for 19 years. I'll link it in the description box so you can go back and watch it. And I also posted a video about my first week as a full-time law student. Now, in that video, I mentioned that I was going to come back with a 2-week update. Can't give y'all no week-to-week update. Not going to lie, okay? Because law school is a lot, and I'll get into why law school is a lot. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe do monthly updates or every other month updates. But week to week, I don't have it. I do not have the energy for that. So 4 weeks in to law school as a full-time mature learner, and I have literally not taken any time away from like studying. Every day, from the time that I wake up until the time that in the evening when I decide, okay, that's enough, I'm reading, I'm researching, I'm doing something to help myself in terms of my legal education. And I'm not reading for 1 hour. I'm reading for hours and hours and hours, like 6-7 hours a day. And just trying to get through the amount of reading that we have. So for example, let's say tomorrow I have criminal law. I actually do have criminal law class tomorrow. So for this week's reading, you have a chapter to read in the book, right? The chapter may be like 40 pages. So once you finish that, then it's additional reading on top of the reading in the chapter, okay? And so you'll have to go on Westlaw or Lexis Plus or some legal research database and find articles that are relevant to a specific topic. So you have to read the textbook and then read research articles, often peer-reviewed articles or from legal scholars that is relevant to the subject that you're learning that week. So like on Blackboard, they'll have a professor giving lectures, on video lecture on the specific subject. So you're reading the textbook, reading the research articles or peer-reviewed articles, and then watching a video on the same subject. And that's usually how it's structured for each class. Then after you do all that now, they have like, it's called like engagement tasks. So online in Blackboard, the university's equivalent to Blackboard, it's like interactive, blah, 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 blah. So after you have done all the reading, now they're having engagement tasks to quiz you on the information that you've learned. And so it takes hours. It literally takes hours to get through all of the information for a specific subject because of the amount of reading that you have to do. And it could be a few things. It could be because I'm older now, okay? I have not been at university for 10 years, and it could just be like the pace of everything is just like a lot more than I recall. Or it could be what I think it is that law school is just a different monster, and the way that the program is structured, it's a lot, and your girl is tired. And so one of the tasks that I've been working on for classes this week that is due this week is mock assessments. So I don't know if it's just particularly the universities that I attended in America, or if this is just like a UK-based thing or international university type of thing. But I've never had mock assessments before. So essentially in each class that I'm taking, the mock assessment is not scored towards your grade. It's scored for your learning. So the professor is going to review it, and they're going to give you a mark. And essentially, it's for you to identify where you can improve. So whether that's analysis, whether that's identifying legal issues, whatever it is. So they're going to score that, and they're going to give it to you. And it's supposed to prepare you for the final exam. So I have, that's something that I've never done before. And the mock assessment is a lot. it has taken a lot of time for me to get through each one. I still have one to do before the end of the week, but I basically pushed myself last week to get most of it done. So yeah, it's really, really intense. And the program that I'm doing is called a law conversion course. Essentially, what that means is people like myself who have never previously studied law. So I'm a clinical social worker. So my bachelor's and master's are in social work undergrad, clinical social work master's, and I also have a master's in public administration. That has nothing to do with law. None of those degrees have anything to do with law. And I've never taken a pre-law course, criminology, criminal justice, nothing. So I am coming into law school like with no sort of baseline understanding. So with the law conversion course, the way that it's structured, again, I am a full-time student. If you're part-time or online, I can't speak to that. I can speak from my experience, my current experience as a full-time law student. So the way that it's structured is the first year you are required to attend class on campus. And the next 2 years, you'll be doing like essentially paralegal work. So on the job sort of training rather than in the classroom. So this is different from an LLM or a JD, a Juris Doctorate, where all 3 years you'll be doing classroom learning. And I think that is also why this program is so intense and I'm like exhausted, is because they essentially have to front load a lot of learnings around contract law, constitutional law, torts, all of the things that you would still learn over the course of 3 years. They have to structure it in a way where you're being evaluated, that you can do the work, that you can be placed from the classroom into a law firm and or an organization that has in-house counsel, and you can understand what's going on, and that you can actively participate as like a support staff, a paralegal, a legal assistant, something like that. And I do think that that is a contributing factor as to why the course is so intense. But generally speaking, I think no matter where you go to law school, I just think that it's a lot. It's a lot. But even with that being said, a deep sigh from my soul, from the pits of my soul, that sigh came out. I am still enjoying the course. Now, there's some courses I enjoy more than others. For example, I'm really enjoying tort, which surprised me, which is like civil law essentially. And I'm also enjoying criminal law. That part did not surprise me because I previously worked at a public defender's office in a large city back home in the US. So I have familiarity with working within the criminal law system on a local level. So I enjoy that a lot. The classes I do not like, okay, we can take it there. I do not like contract law. And I have to force myself to study the subjects I don't like more, particularly contract law, because it is the basis of a lot of work that you do as an attorney. And as a future attorney, I need to get it right. And so what I find difficult about contract law is that it is very, very technical. And there is like general rules, and then there's exceptions to the general rules, and then there's statutes and laws that apply if it's a consumer sort of contract versus whether it's a B2B, business to business contract, and identifying and differentiating and understanding the different caveats. That is what makes contract law so difficult. But I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it right. We just gotta put in the extra effort. And so yeah, after I shoot this video, I'm gonna start working on my readings for next week, because we have to stay on top of it. And I don't want this video to like discourage anybody. If you're considering going to law school as a second career, or like at an older age like me, I'm just trying to keep it real with you, because the last thing you want to do is go into something that requires a large commitment and not be prepared. Because like for me, I understood. I went into this already with the full knowledge that I'm gonna put 110% into this. Distractions is gonna have to go to the side. If you watch some of my other videos, you know that I like to travel. I like to, go out to cool events. I like to try new restaurants. Ain't none of that going on right now. We are laser focused. And I think specifically if you are doing a law conversion course like me, where year one is jam-packed with learning and information, if you are distracted and doing other things, you're going to take an L. You are going to take a loss because it requires you to literally intensely read and understand and attend class and participate in class, and you're constantly adjusting your learning. So I may read something today and understand some parts of it, but not understand the full concept. But when I go to class, that's when I have to be actively engaged in learning. I have to understand what I'm missing. Why am I getting it wrong? What parts of it am I misinterpreting? And then I can either ask the professor to clarify things, or I can make a note of it like, okay, boom, this is what I got wrong. This is why I'm getting it wrong. And then I can reinforce my learning when I go back home and continue to study. If you not on that type of time, don't go to law school. That's my advice. Don't go to law school. Now, I don't know if it's different if you are going part-time or if you're going online rather than having to travel to the university and all that. I can't speak to that. But if you are like me, where you're going full-time, baby, distractions got to go. You cannot be doing a whole bunch of other stuff. And my plan is to continue to post weekly videos to my YouTube channel every Monday, but it might be a Monday where I got a whole bunch of stuff to do for law school and I don't have the capacity to post a video, but I will try to maintain the schedule of my weekly uploads. But yeah, so if you are considering a second career in law and you have a question, make sure that you leave a comment below. I still will be making more videos in the future, particularly around the application process and what my application looked like, because I applied to law schools here in the UK, specifically in England, and back home in America, and I was accepted to law schools in both places. And I'll make a video as well discussing the comparing and contrasting the two, and then why I chose law school in the UK over America. But yeah, it's still a lot. I'm still tired. When I turn this video off, I will be going back into studying because I gotta go back to the university tomorrow for more classes. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every Monday. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.